This is an important topic. For this learning, we shall focus on the standard safety features fitted to our cars, so please consider the following safety features: ABS, DSC, DTC, airbags, seatbelt pre-tensions, ISOFIX. Take some time to consider your understanding of these features. Press pause now, about half an hour should be okay, and hit play when you are ready. ABS. Perhaps one of the oldest active safety systems. It's been around for years now. BMW introduced the systems in the 1980s on the E23 745i. It was then slowly introduced across the model range to become a standard feature not just on BMWs but pretty much every car on the road today. It's always active, so there is nothing for the driver to activate. ABS stands for Anti-Lock Braking System, and as the name suggests, it prevents the wheels from locking under heavy braking. This then allows the driver to control or steer the car whilst braking. For example, in the wet or other slippery surfaces, if an obstruction appears in front of you, you still have the ability to steer around the obstruction while slowing the car down, even to a standstill, as quick as possible. DSC. DSC stands for Dynamic Stability Control, and this is standard pretty much across our model range. DSC is a system that reduces the possibility of skidding or sliding, for example when driving in bad weather or on a slippery surface. Anti-slip systems can trace their history on BMWs back to the late 1980s with the launch of the E32 750i. Today, our DSC system offers a very innovative approach to driving safety, as all wheel speeds are monitored and action can be taken, like reducing engine torque and braking independent wheels should the car become unstable. Added features like brake drying, which keeps the pads and discs dry in the rain, as well as a hill assistant which stops you rolling back when you're starting on a hill, are all integral to the DSC system. It's worth mentioning these features to your client. It offers reassurance that they and their family are as safe as possible. By holding the DSC button down for a few seconds, deactivates the DSC system. Whilst you must make clients aware of this just in case they play with the button, you should never suggest to do so. It does impact safety. DTC. As a sub-function of DSC, we have DTC, Dynamic Traction Control. One push of the DSC button activates DTC. You will see a DTC light come up on the dashboard. This means that a degree of slip will be allowed to the driven wheels. There are a few reasons for this. Primarily when driving in sand or snow, the small percentage of slip can offer a little more grip and get you through some lower grip surfaces. In these circumstances, press the DSC button to activate the DTC system. For individuals who perhaps take their cars on events like track days, activating DTC will allow some controlled slides for a bit of fun. Of course, not for public roads and only when very, very confident. When you switch off the ignition and switch it back on again, DSC resumes as the default setting. Airbags. Airbags are now a permanent fixture on pretty much all road cars. They work in conjunction with wearing a seatbelt, and in the event of a crash, the car will determine whether the airbag activation is necessary. Of course, with an airbag, you have less possibility of very serious upper body injuries, as there is less of a chance for your upper body to come into contact with the more solid parts of the interior. It's important to note that the various safety-related control units are constantly reading inputs from sensors from all round the car, and in the event of an impact, calculations are made in milliseconds to determine the requirement of specific safety-related systems. Once the airbag has gone off, that's it. If the car is repairable, a new airbag will be required. The airbag has become one of the most basic passive safety features available to us today. Pre-tensioned seatbelts. Pre-tensioned seatbelts deliver a crucial safety function in the event of a crash. If an impact is detected, the seatbelt latch pulls the belt tight to reduce any slackness there may be. Why does it do this? Well, a loose belt means your body has the possibility to be flung forward at an incredible force in the event of a heavy frontal impact. At some point, you will then hit the seatbelt as it tried to retain you in the seat. By pulling the seatbelt tight, you are less likely to move forward, and the seatbelt injury can therefore be reduced to a minimum. ISOFIX. For families with young children, ISOFIX seat fittings are an important feature. This works in conjunction with an ISOFIX child seat and is focused on how the child seat is fitted to the normal seat. An ISOFIX child seat will have industry standard ISOFIX fittings that will slot straight into the normal seat. The ISOFIX sockets in the seats connect to the strongest parts of the car body, therefore ensuring that in the event of an accident, you have a greater chance of ensuring that child seat remains in place, therefore offering greater safety to the child.